So, I've already started. Like I said, I decided to can the corn. So all you do is put I'm doing raw pack, because it's cold jars, cold water, cold canner, cold jars, cold product. So I filled the corn almost to 1 headspace. 1 inch headspace rather. Could probably put a little more in there. I don't want to overdo it. And then got some water. And it is kind of cloudy because this is fresh corn. It was freshly shucked, then frozen. Check your headspace. You can put a little more. I don't know if you could see that or not. I didn't get anything on there, but just in case. And these are Country Classics jars. Let's see if I can do this right this time. I usually forget to turn my jar. Oh, come on. Fingertip. Put it in the canner. Next one. And you can get this ladle on Amazon as well. Oh, bring y'all back when I get these finished. Okay, so I wanted to have a full canner, so I found some frozen green beans and peas. There's a little bit of corn in there because it was in the strainer. It will be all right. And I found frozen peas. And then there's the corn. So I have 2 green beans with peas, with some peas and a little bit of corn mixed in, 1 peas and 4 corn. So I have to can this for 55 minutes. I have it on pressure can. The water is to the line where it specifies inside. Go ahead and put my lid on, lock it down. I did take the regulator off. I'm going to hit the play button, insert jars, done, warm. As soon as this warms, then it will switch over to pressure canning. Simple as that. Okay, I'm back. My canner stopped, and I still have all this meat thawing out in the sink. It should be thawed. And I also just cut up 3 pork roast, which are right here. They're 2 pounds a piece, so that's 6 pounds of pork roast cubed. Trying to get all this meat done. So there's my jars. These are Country Classics jars. I think I said that already. This is the one that's a mix of corn, mostly green beans, and peas. This one is peas. This one is corn. Here's my cubed. This tripod doesn't want to work right. Oh, and I have 2 chickens in the oven. Okay, here we go. Get my other funnel. I did pull out the wide mouth, so I know it'll be easier. And I do pack it in there pretty good, just because when it's done I want a full jar since I'm raw packing. So here's this one.
Alright, Dragonfly, so now what are you doing? I gotta learn. Beth D and Tamara and all these women telling me I got to learn how to can. Lenora, too.
I had to steal from some other jars to make another full one.
We're recording. So what's the purpose? What are you doing? You just poured water, hot water.
Debubbling.
You're debubbling.
See that bottom rim right there?
Mm-hmm.
That's an inch headspace.
Alright, I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning. Dragonfly's going to be up all doing an all-nighter. I'm not. I'm going to bed. But very cool. She got meat on the oven, meat in the canner, meat. Okay, so is that cold or hot water that you got the lids in over there? Come on, teach a new beginner.
Warm.
Warm. Okay, what's the purpose of putting them in there?
Oh. See, you're distracting me.
I don't mean to distract you. I'm trying to learn. You tell me I got to learn.
I have to do
Okay,
this
why are
again
you doing that? What is that?
in case there's any bits of juice or meat.
Is it just water?
It's vinegar.
Vinegar. Clean it up. Okay, and the lids are in warm water, you said?
Yeah.
And what's the purpose of putting them in warm water? Why?
It helps to soften that seal.
Okay. My granny used to do something like that. She didn't have all the fancy-dancy magnetic gadgets and stuff. But I know she used to have a lot of food down there, Dragonflies. I'm talking a lot. And a lot of potatoes.
Oh, where's my other... Did I double seal something?
There's a lid right there to your right in a lid.
Oh. Duh.
All right, y'all. I'll let her get back at it. Hi, everybody. Have fun, babe.
Okay, the canner is full. I have... And I did take the regulator off. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide mouth pints of pork roast in the canner. Let's close this up. And I have it on heat. Whew. And the sausage is still cooking. I have a lot. I put a little bit of water in the bottom to keep it from burning. But I have a lot of grease to strain off of here. Wow. So I'm basically sauteing this. I'm not going to cook it till it's crispy. That's another reason I added some water. And there are 2 chickens. I don't know if you can see that. There's 2 chickens in the oven. And all my vegetables sealed except for the 1 corn. And that's fine. If it doesn't, we'll just eat it. Okay, the canner's almost ready. Going through the cool down process. And I just pulled both chickens out of the oven. And I did these where I cooked them first because they are on the bone. They are falling apart. Okay, it is 4:25 in the morning. I'm still at it. So here are 5 pints of country sausage going in the canner. Okay, here's the end result. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide mouth pints of cubed pork. I wound up with 5 ground country sausage, and that fat cap is just, it's thin around the outside, but I did drain off as much fat as I could. Then there's 3 corn. Actually, there was 4. 1 didn't seal. It's in the refrigerator. There's 1 of peas and 2 with a mix with green beans, peas, and corn. Because I was just finishing off the end of the frozen vegetables that I had in the freezer. And I wanted to add something else in. I've seen a lot of posts, mostly on Facebook, on the Facebook groups, of all these new canners. I'm going to suggest something. Before you start canning, please, and I added 2 screenshots in here of the 2 books. It's the Ball Blue book and also the USDA canning book, canning guide. Please go read those before you start canning. There's also a dehydrator Bible that you can look at. And please go read those before you start canning, and then come on the groups and say, can I can this? Can I can that? Can I do it this way? Can I do it that way? Go by approved, just for your safety and your family's safety and anybody else you're feeding. Go by the approved canning methods. Excuse me, don't just wing it. And don't go asking everybody on all these groups, or just because you saw it on YouTube or you saw it on Facebook, that it's safe, and following what everybody else is doing. Do your research, do your due diligence, and do safe canning. I don't care what your great-grandmama did back in the 20s. That doesn't pertain to today. These are tested recipes. I do a lot of individual canning, so instead of adding a whole bunch of ingredients in here, then I just do pork, just do ground beef, just do sausage. Instead of adding a bunch of ingredients together and mixing it up. This is called ingredient canning. So then I can turn around and add this pork to something else to make a dish. And I was going to say something else, now it slipped my mind. Oh, there was something else about canning, like smoked and processed food. That's not safe either. You need to do your research. If you find an approved recipe and it says it's safe, then go for it. But I don't know, it's been bothering me that I see all these new people starting to can, and they don't know what they're doing, basically. That's to make it, to be blunt. So please do your research. Please look at the books. You can look at them online if you don't want to spend the money on purchasing them. Also, read your books that come with your canners. Like I have I even highlight, I do tabs and all that, but I even have everything marked in here. So what I can in my canner which is, once again, the electric canner. Some people don't approve of it, but it's been tested. So whether you have this canner or you have a regular All-American or Presto manual canner, still do your research. Like, I can probably a little less than what you can in a regular canner. Like, I can't do spaghetti sauce with meat because it's too dense for this canner to reach the internal temperature. So just do your research. Look at your canning books, read your canning books that came with your canner to know. I even saw, how much water do I add to my canner? You should know that. You should be looking at the manual that came with your canner. Can I can this? Can I can that? How much do I add for this? How much do I add for that? Look at the recipes in the books. Look online. You can go to, I believe it's freshpreserving.com. You can go to USDA. I think it's I don't remember what the .org, maybe. I don't remember. But anyways, I just wanted to add on that note, because the last few days especially, I guess I've just looked and I keep seeing this, and it's very disturbing. And then you have other people coming back and answering them improperly. So just do your research. Be safe out there. Y'all be blessed. And I will catch y'all on the next one.